welcome back to Brickle. My name is Brittany and today we are doing another video essay, this one titled Death of the Joker. Wait a minute. Did Batman kill the Joker? It's a heavily debated topic with one of the most famous standalone, well, it was meant to be a standalone, of DC.
The final panels have Batman sharing a laugh with the Joker as the view drops to the rain-soaked earth. Batman seems near the edge of insanity, and when the panels look away, it raises the question of whether or not the Joker made it out alive.
Batman cracking a smile is certainly evidence to him falling into insanity and doing exactly what the Clown Prince wants. However, with the rain-soaked panels at the very end, compared to the rain-soaked panels at the start, it shows a very circular story. The Batman has mentioned this throughout the comic, talking about the repetitive game that he and the Joker are playing, which leads to a very strong possibility that he spared the Joker's life once again. But why spare Gotham's, heck, the world's worst villain? I mean, he would have killed the Joker in Hush if Jim Gordon wasn't there to stop him. Apart from the fact that it would deprive audiences of one of the most fanatical villains ever created, Batman has a code. You know it. I know it. It's nothing new. Let's say it together. No killing. Yay! Wow. You guys are good at this. But let's see what would happen if the Joker did die in The Killing Joke.
The Killing Joke was published in March 1988. Meanwhile, Death in the Family, where Jason was murdered, was published in December of 1988. If Batman killed the Joker, Jason would never die by the clown's hands. Let's continue this pattern. Joker would never kill Commissioner Gordon's wife, Sarah Essen, murder multiple police officers in New 52, blow up a school, or lead Superman to kill Lois Lane, amongst other notorious things.
Needless to say, the Joker's actions go across many comics and worlds, essentially, but this is to make a point. With the Joker dead, there is a lot less evil in the world. So why won't he just kill the dude?
A long while ago, I was having this discussion with some work colleagues. What would you do if you had powers? This question isn't as simple as becoming a hero, saving the day, or even stopping evil. Having such immense power or ability would bring into question your morals and if they align with the general public's.
It's nothing new, you know it, I know it, let's say it together. With great power comes great responsibility. Yay! Well done, guys!
Because who the hell are you? And what right do you have to bring judgment on people?
And what sort of judgment would you even enforce? Is it a slap on the wrist for a thief, or do you cut his hand off? If it's a child, does your answer change? But more importantly, what if that person was innocent? Even the world's greatest detective mistakenly arrested Mr. Freeze, but then ended up on his jury.
This brings us to the law. It's old, it's dusty, and a little weird at times, but it's a standard we all have to live by. We need those standards, otherwise the world becomes chaos or anarchy.
Want a world without laws? Go watch the first season of The 100.
Adolescent delinquents are sent to Earth to check if it is habitable again after a nuclear fallout. At first, the teens have only one rule: whatever the hell you want.
Whatever the hell we want.
Whatever the hell we want! Whatever the hell we want!
Sounds pretty good, right? That is until someone is accused of murder.
Things go south very quickly, especially because the person was innocent. It's mob-style justice because there are no rules and no standard to go by.
Without a standard and without law, the criminals and the innocent become the same. There needs to be a basis for punishment and crime, and Batman knows this.
Jason Todd and Batman discuss this in Under the Red Hood, where Jason asks why Batman didn't kill the Joker. He wasn't asking for Batman to kill the Penguin or Two-Face, just the Joker. But that breaks the standard. This destroys the very basis of what Batman is. We see in the comic Hush that killing the Joker would remove all of Batman's authority and standing with Commissioner Gordon. He would no longer be the Dark Knight, protector of Gotham. Instead, he would be a murderer, one of the very things he despises.
Because if your standard moves once, it's not a hard thing to break a second time. If Batman kills the Joker, it not only becomes an easy solution for Gotham's other criminals, but also a solution for Batman copycats. Murders everywhere.
What's the difference between you and me?
I'm not wearing hockey pads.
Let's take a break. Do you want to light up your lockdown? Then head on over to ZAkatz Design, where he has some amazing pop culture pins. He's covering things like Star Wars, The Witcher, Avatar: The Last Airbender, Wonder Woman, TMNT. I mean, we've got Joker as well, and Joker is actually the one I want to talk about. It's 15% off down to $13.60, and it's gonna just be a beautiful addition to your pop culture collection. So go ahead, check out these amazing pins. I mean, even the aesthetic is just beautiful to see on Instagram. So, light up your lockdown with a glow-in-the-dark Joker enamel pin. With that said, let's get back to your regular scheduled programming.
But he's Batman. He should be able to kill just one guy, but I don't think he could. Without Gordon stopping Batman killing the Joker in Hush, there is no way that Batman could have stopped himself. We know through Tim Drake that the Batman needs people to stop him from crossing that line. With a Robin in tow, Batman fights alongside the law. He maintains this standard because he knows he needs to maintain some sort of example for his ward. Left unchecked, the Batman could become just as colossal as the Punisher. And this is because at the end of the day, Bruce Wayne is an addict.
He's like a dog gnawing on the bone that is Gotham's crime. He can't stop, and he won't stop. When he has an idea, for example, Superman is wrong, he'll just about always follow it through.
He is so consumed by his Batman persona that even with Wonder Woman's lasso of truth, he doesn't say his name is Bruce Wayne, but proclaims himself as Batman. And with his addiction to vigilantism comes the temptation of murder. And he knows, Bruce knows, he cannot stop at just one.
Once you pop, you can't stop.
In Jason Todd's emotional finale for Under the Red Hood, Batman even says as much. He wouldn't be able to stop himself. Todd disagrees, but I would boil that down to the Lazarus Pit screwing with his emotions, as well as his rebellious and opposing position he has built against Batman. In Batman and Robin Eternal number 22, Bruce even says that Jason is willing to do what Batman can't when the world needs it. One could argue that Batman even sees the necessity of killing, but he himself just cannot do it.
Killing the Joker raises some interesting questions about law, authority, and morality. Without the law, who does Batman choose to stop? Without authority, how can he maintain his position of being right? And without morality, how could Batman define himself from the criminals? With that said, I want to bring a question around to you guys. What superpower do you want and how would you use it? You don't even have to be a hero. Personally, I would love to understand and speak any language. I could translate anime all day. So, stay safe. Pop your comments down below, and as always, thank you so much for watching. My name is Brittany, and you have been watching Brick Girl.
I'm Batman.